He's like, oh my, I defiled.
No.
Like it's just some dumb fun,
Hey guys, this is a clip from our podcast. We're going to leave it linked above, so check out the full show. And don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks, guys. All right, let's move on here to favorite, right? Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Season 2, Episode 9. All right, so let me just say this off the top. I was completely wrong about where this mini arc was going to go. I thought that this was going to carry us through the end of the season. No, it didn't at all. So, yeah, let's talk about it, James. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, this was slightly different than what I read in the manga. Like, for sure, I remember, I read through this, like, these past next arcs here, like, because I was so hyped to get to, a few weeks ago, and I was like, I had to just read it over again. And it's slightly different than it was in the manga. I think the manga had it, like, the more anime version, like, oh, this is what I think is happening, which is probably what you thought. It's like,
yeah,
there's gonna be some saving or something. There's gonna be some slight fighting or something. Mm-hmm. But no, this is a lot more just like talking it out with the strong brother that loves those figures, not dolls, figures.
Yes, yeah. Get it right. He's gonna haunt you in your sleep. All right, listen, I praise the show to death, right? But this, I could come up with a criticism. It's kind of reaching, but I could come up with one. I really thought that they were going to make use of this arc. It seemed dramatic. It seemed like they were going to pull Roxy into this ordeal. The little short shits and tensions were like dark and twisted and dirty. Rudius is trapped. You have his comrades out there. Maybe they could get sucked into this. And instead, we kind of just get this otaku who just kind of by chance, so convenient that he has a figure that he made, and he's like, oh, they link up. He's like, yeah, I'll get you out of here. I'll do anything you want. He calls him master. It's like, okay, I was expecting like a mini war here, but this is cool too. I like the character. His name is Zanoba. I thought he was funny. I thought he was and he just like picked up little brother, almost snapped his neck. It's just like, oh my God, dude. That was nice to see. I was satisfied seeing that because I hate that little bastard, but I felt that they could have made something here. I felt like they could have brung Roxy in. I felt like they could have, they could have done some stuff here. Maybe Eris or Ruijerd could have been captured too, or maybe they could have, because they kind of went to rescue him, but they didn't really need to. The otaku was going to get him out. So I don't know. It seems like a little bit of a missed opportunity, but it's still a solid episode. Still solid. I'm not saying it's a bad episode. My mind had it going somewhere else as the anime only. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I was really surprised how different this was. The way they went out compared to the manga. Because like in the manga, it's like Rudy and Eris just like go ham and storm the castle and like that kind of stuff, and then like Eris accidentally calls out for Rudy, and then the little sister figures out, and it's like, oh, there's some spice there. But it's like I remember the manga is the sister like heard Eris calling him Rudy, and she's like, wait a second.
Oh,
wait a second.
Interesting.
Like, oh, so because as we saw in the anime, like she kind of just like
she just knew, she just knew.
Yeah.
Aisha just kind of knew, which is I thought was a cute moment. Again, it's not necessarily that this content is bad. I just thought that they could have done more interesting stuff with it. But yeah, if that happened in the manga, I would say that that's probably a more interesting version. Like
that's what I thought as well.
They had so many things to play with here. They had Rudy's secret identity. They had he had his Roxy and Roxy that they could pull into the story. You still had Eris and Ruijerd out there. Maybe they could have come to save Rudius. I feel like they just could have done some more interesting things. The otaku guy could have maybe slowly turned on the little bastard, Pax. I don't know. I just thought that it was gonna, weird, I thought it was gonna go somewhere else. Not a bad episode. What we got was still funny. I thought otaku was funny. Funny.
Oh, like especially the
the CG model. Remember like the mole? Yeah, exactly. Like it was good. It was good for what it was. I just felt like they could have done some more interesting things with it, and but still solid. And I think the ending of the episode was nice too, with Lilia and hugging Rudy and kind of reminiscing. When Aisha asked if she could join their little squad, I thought he was, because typically in anime they don't really put that kind of stuff unless it like comes to fruition. But he's just like, no. Well, he doesn't say no, but he's just, kind of sends them off on their way, so which makes sense. She's like 5,
Yeah, it was different than I was expecting, but like there's still so many funny moments with the otaku guy. There's so many fun, like when he's like, oh, the most poster, he's like, oh my, I defiled. No. Like it's just some dumb fun,
Yep. And Rudy gets his box back with Sophie's panties and
Roxy's panty.
Oh, Roxy's panties.
The goddess.
Sorry.
How could you forget?
No. How could I forget? But he did have Sophie's
little charm, something
charm for his 10th birthday. Yeah. So he's got 2 pieces of his different waifus in his box now. So that's cool to see. We keep mentioning Sylphie in here, and again, I barely remember her from the first half of season 1. She was only in it for a little bit, so they were able to tie in Ghislaine's tribe. They were able to tie in Roxy's village. So like it'd be nice to see if we can get some Sylphie coming up. Don't say anything. Don't say anything. Don't even give me a look. Don't spoil anything. But it'd be nice because they keep bringing her up. I want to see all the waifus here, but.
Well, I think it's nice that they do that kind of stuff where, so people don't forget just out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's just, just slightly bring up everyone's name, everyone's small, just, be like, oh yeah, I forgot about them. Yeah. It's like sometimes like something like in One Piece or something, it's like, it doesn't show up for like 500 chapters and now they're here. Like, who were they again? It's like, oh, remember this person from chapter 20? But yeah, he's back. It's like, oh, I don't remember that. But I like how they're doing it here. It's, get the slight little tidbits of a bunch of other characters, Roxy, Sylphie, I think who else, Ghislaine. They keep bringing up these names just so it's fresh in our minds, which is nice,
Yeah, and like I said, solid episode, funny episode. Probably it's got to be one of the funniest yet, right? But just a little slightly disappointed on where they went with it. But and not much of Mushoku Tensei doesn't really do much cliffhangers, so. I know that they're on their way still, right? They're making their way through, but where are they going to go now? I mean, we didn't really get a hint or anything. I know that they're putting so much content per episode, but yeah, I mean, I'd like to say I'm excited for next week's episode, but I don't really know where it's going to go. But solid episode, and as always, Mushoku Tensei is like the best show of the season. You got to be watching it, as you all are. So, yeah. Final thoughts for this week's episode, Germs?
Yeah, nice and funny. The what his name is, the strong guy. Zanova. He's pretty funny. He's a pretty funny guy. I like his character. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what comes up. Comes up real soon.
Yep. Me too.